Well, good morning, everyone. Craig back at you on the 2018 Honda Goldwing. Day 2 of my route to trip to Wingding 41 in Nashville, Tennessee. Just leaving out of Columbus, Ohio. For those of you who watched part 1 of my video, you realize that I stopped in Columbus because the rain was a little bad yesterday, and actually wasn't really horrible in Columbus, but it was really bad in Cincinnati. That was where I was trying to go, and since I was going to be riding into worse weather, I just called it a night and switched up my hotel reservation and stayed in Columbus. Had a really good night. I was able just to park my bike at the hotel and walk right across the street. There was some restaurants there, grabbed a bite to eat, then just came back in and relaxed. So I always choose to play it safe than sorry instead of risking it. One of the questions that I was asked in one of the comments from the part 1 of my Wingding videos is how did I switch up my hotel reservations? Or do I pre-plan my hotel reservations, or do I just kind of wing it and make it as I go? For this trip, I did have a hotel reservation in Cincinnati because I thought I was going to be able to make it. Thought the weather would be nice enough, but it wasn't. So what I ended up doing is I just called the hotel in Cincinnati. It was Holiday Inn Express, which I like. Yeah, I like the chain. I think they're very very accommodating to their guests. So I called them and just explained the circumstances. Hey, I had a reservation in Cincinnati. I'm not going to be able to make it. Is it okay if I cancel that reservation without penalty because I'm going to be booking in Columbus? And they were good. They said, sure, no problem. We won't penalize you. So I was able to do that. And actually, that's why I like Holiday Inn Express, or I guess the parent company's IHG. That's why I like that company, because I've done that before, where I had a hotel reservation made, and most of them you have to cancel within 24 hours or else they're going to charge you for it. And there was one other time when I called them and said, I'm not going to be able to make this reservation. Is it all right if I can cancel without a penalty? And they said, sure, we appreciate you calling. So I don't know if that's going to work for everyone, but give it a try. I guess like I said, with the Holiday Inn Express and that chain of hotels, they were really good with me. So I usually pick to stay with them. And as far as whether I like to just do it on the fly, it all depends. Yesterday wouldn't have been bad because I'm traveling on a Monday. It gets down to whether you can get a reservation on that particular day. So on a Monday night, I'm going to make the assumption, unless there's a big convention or event in town, it's not going to get hard to get a room on a Monday night. So you can travel and just go where you're going, and when you get tired, pick up the phone, call, and there's a chance that you can get a reservation. On my way back home from Wingding, my travel day is Saturday, so it's a lot harder just to call at the last minute on a Saturday and get a hotel reservation. So I've got that one pre-planned. In fact, I have that one really right back at the hotel. Originally, the hotel I stayed at last night, that's the one I plan on stopping at on my way back. It's about midway point for the trip for me. So that one I do have a reservation, because I didn't want to risk it that I wouldn't be able to get a reservation. So you can see the weather is overcast and cloudy. Temperature is 73 degrees. This is perfect traveling weather for me. I would rather it be kind of overcast. Did I say overhead? If I said overhead, I must have had a brain fart. It's overcast. I'd rather have it be overcast than just the sun beating down on you. I'm hoping that the majority of the trip into Nashville today, this is what the weather remains. It remains just overcast, mid 70s, upper 70s, and that's perfect. Don't have to worry about just sweating and everything like that. Also, one of the things, I didn't mention this before, one of the things that I'm testing on my 2018 Honda Goldwing, I did add some Healy bars right before I left. On one of my previous trips, I was getting some back pain, discomfort. Even though I have a backrest, I was getting some discomfort when I was riding. And I did have the Russell Daylong seat modification done on this bike, so it pushes you back, I don't know, maybe an inch and a half. It shouldn't, in my mind, it shouldn't have been that much of a difference because I have long arms. I have like 36-inch arms. So the reach shouldn't have been an issue. But for whatever reason, when I did the trip to Americade, going up and going back, I experienced some back pain. And like I said, I can't equate it to not having a backrest because I have a backrest. So I think it might be more posture than anything else. I have, bad posture. I think that's what's contributing to it more than anything. But I figured I would try the Healy bars, and I installed them, put them in the tour position, and figured this would be, a good trip to try them out, to see if I like them. It's round trip. I figure I'll put minimum 1,400 miles on it. So I'm not going to kind of give a review of it yet. I'll wait till I get back home because I want to give it a chance and do the whole trip and riding around to see if I like the way that it is. I don't like this pavement, I'll tell you that much. And then I'll let you know if it worked for me. I know it's a product that works for a lot of people. I just didn't know if it's going to work for me or not. So, but I'll hold off on that review. I really am trying to concentrate and focus on just keeping my shoulders relaxed and my posture better, because I really think that's the root cause of the back pain is my poor posture. So on the way to Nashville, I still got to go through Cincinnati, Louisville, Bowling Green before I get to Nashville. And like in part one, I'll check in with you, keep you guys updated on what's going on with this trip, and hopefully the weather stays like it is now or doesn't get any worse. Thanks for riding along. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll check in soon. Bye. Well, going through Cincinnati, just looking at the Cincinnati Reds Stadium. It's just beautiful down here in Cincinnati. Have not been down here in years. I actually say decades. We are getting ready to cross into Kentucky. Somewhere around here. Pretty sure. I'm not sure if this is the bridge, but we'll see. I think it is. And there you have it. Entering into Kentucky. We're getting there.